guys, so back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. Today we're going to talk about 5 things that the Create a Championship feature set needs as an update or to be included next year in 2K25. So let's get right into this. Actually, before we get started, don't forget, when the channel hits 3,000 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway of a $100 gift card for either Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, Steam, whatever platform you have or the winner has is what you'll get it on. I feel like by the time that happens, it'll be way past when everybody who wanted 2K24 will have bought it already. So if you haven't, you can use the money towards it or whatever else you want. Anyway, with that being said, let's get on to the video. So we're going to talk about championships today. I'll give you a little sneak peek of what I've been working on. I'm definitely going to change it. But this is just like the starter belt for this year. Alright, give a good look at it. That's scary looking this year. Last year's I feel like it did a lot better. I couldn't remember what I did to make it look like I did last year. But I went back and I had the old game installed still, so I figured it out. So, the first thing on my list here, as you can see, let me just zoom right in, is we need a border toggle. You see how the design you put on it just automatically goes over the border and even onto the bolts over there? I feel like since it does have the option to change the color as a separate section, why not allow me to have a toggle that makes it so it just keeps it in this middle area and so the border is untouched. Unfortunately, you can't do that in this game. As you can see, almost everything is bleeding over onto the border, which annoys the crap out of me because it's like I just want it to be within this thing so I can have this awesome border still. I mean, it's pretty easy to do on the sides, but yeah, for the centerpiece, to get the size and scale you want to fit the whole thing, it sucks that it just kind of covers up the whole border. So it'd be really nice to have a little border toggle. All right, now next one, the strap. As you can see, let me go to full screen here again. As you can see, I got that cool design that I use in most of my thumbnails. I don't know why, I just think it looks cool, the grid. So, but it doesn't allow you to put it on the back, which is super annoying when you want to make the entire belt look the same. Like, I don't know if that's like some insider thing in wrestling, like you don't touch the back side of the belt, or if they just haven't enabled it. I mean, why can't I just put the pattern on both sides? I mean, I'd probably still leave it black, to be honest, but the patterns, like, why can't I put a pattern on the back? It just doesn't make sense to me. It's weird. All right, on to the third thing. All material options available for clothing should also be available for this. So in this mode, or for the belts in particular, these are the only materials you have access to. You got leather, damaged, and can hardly tell, vinyl, steel, concrete, steel bumped, rust, plastic, denim. What's funny is someone was asking why we don't have denim for clothing for our created wrestlers, but we have it for the belts. Okay. Wood, fabric, and crocodile scales. I feel like the material options should be available across the board. Create an arena, create a belt, create a sign, create a superstar, everything. And these materials would be really cool. I know they want simulation, right? But you see a lot of people make up crazy stuff in the game anyway. So why not have it to where you could use that as your skin type also? It'd be awesome to have concrete skin, plastic skin, you know, just, I know this has nothing to do with the belts, but I figure I'd throw that in there as a bonus. All right. Next up on the list, let's back out here for a second. Let's go to the front plate. I suppose I could just zoom in. Now, what is one thing that's been missing for, I want to say, at least 5, 6, maybe 7 games? Spinner belts, right? How awesome would it be if we could put in our own spinner belt and place it wherever we want? I mean, that would probably be a very taxing on performance, and when you're coming to the ring, it might, if you have too many moving parts, that might slow things down or mess something up. I mean, they could make it to where you can only have one moving object. I forget which game introduced it, but in one of them, you could take the controller and you could press the button and you could control how much it spun while you're entering the match. I thought that was super fun because you could sit there and see how fast you could get it to spin. It was a cool little interaction thing that they did one year. So for created belts, it'd be really cool if you could just, they give you a preset like 10, right? And you can adjust it to where you want it, but you only get one. And it can only be a certain size just to get the ball rolling. Then they could build off of it year after year after year after year and make it much, much better. So spinning parts, like a spinner belt, would be awesome for a created belt feature. Now, the last one, I feel like wouldn't be too difficult if we're gonna drop last gen for the next gen game, or for the next game. If we drop the PS4, the Xbox One, sorry guys, it's time. We're going into the 5th year of the consoles by the time the next game comes out. If you haven't upgraded already, I feel like next year would be a great year to do so. It's time. It's holding back the games big time. So for the 5th thing, I would love to see some animated belts. What I mean by that is, let's say you want little tiny videos. Let's say right here. Just a little tiny, it doesn't have to be super long video. It could be a little like 3 to 5 second clip. It could just be a little tiny animated thing. It could be really low resolution, or like a little logo animation or something. Like it could be my mask spinning just in a certain part of the belt design. And then you could have one big one in the center. I think that would be awesome. And not just animated stuff, but like neon lights too. Because if I'm not mistaken, I believe Naomi had like a glow-in-the-dark / neon championship, and it was freaking awesome because it was something different. So allow me to take like basically the light up material and use it for your belt. That would be so cool. You can make this outline right here, this orange outline, and the orange outline of the belt itself neon, so where it glows when you have the championship. That would be so cool. I've never seen a complete neon championship before. Kind of like Jericho's jacket where it lights up. Something like that too. We could have LED lights. It's just something cool and different to really make the championship stand out. These are 5 things I would like to see added to create a championship. What are some things you would like to see? Sound off the comments below, and stay frosty.